How's it going, guys? So, I just got to stay protected. We can talk about Nate Diaz and UFC 205, the moon landing, and Monkey D Luffy. Here we go. Okay, so Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor, number 2, took place at UFC 205 at T-Mobile Arena, and I've been asking myself a lot about this. Okay, guys, this is just a speculation, but however, the evidence is piling up. Okay, and this is why. Recently, John Kavanaugh, he went on to the Sunday Weekly, and the question was asked, when we like to see Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz number 3, and his response was, I would like to see it on St. Patrick's Day. Okay, seems like it's a straightforward and honest response. He said St. Patrick's Day at Madison Square Garden in New York. Okay, so this is where I'm going with this. He said that after their second fight, Conor versus Nate, he said that Nate looked at him and he looked at Nate, they smiled, they nod, and they said they show respect. But to me, he said smile not as a respect, or smile not as it's confirming that, well, their plan went through. It's just the fact that before that fight, during the first meeting, Conor lost to Nate, and during the build up, Conor was saying that I'm gonna beat him, and there's gonna be a number 3 fight. And this is why this is significant. It's just the fact that before Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor number 1, Nate Diaz was pulling 15 and 15. 15 to show, 15 to win, for a total of $30,000. On their first fight, on a short notice fight, he got a bump from 15-15 to $1 million. Could you guys just imagine what that does to a 15-15 fighter? From $30,000, from a $15,000 guaranteed to $1 million guaranteed. It's like, forget this. Like, why am I doing this? So going to number 2. After Nate is hearing that this will be number 3, but however, Conor must win. Why not take a dive? I'm just speculating here, guys. It's like, why not just let him win? And Nate received $2.5 million on his same fight versus Conor. Okay, so he went from 15 to $1 million to $2 million plus, and then the third fight he's asking for $20 million. That is the scale. It's essentially, okay, guys, essentially like right here, and boom, straight to the moon. So why not? And of course, in their fight, Nate, he keeps falling down. Everyone's like, what the heck? You should have seen all the people that's watching at the bar with me. We're like, why does he keep falling down? Now we know. It's kind of loose. But afterwards, Nate's like, no, it's part of my tactic. It's part of my plan. I want him to follow me down, so I can choke him out again. Come on, Nate. You falling down, that's what cost you the fight. And if you guys don't remember, the fight, it was a split decision for Conor McGregor. If Nate did not fall down, which he did, we got proof of it, he would have won that fight. And if he would have won that fight, he would not get a third fight. He would not get another big payday. Okay, so that is why I believe that UFC 209, Nate Diaz fall down by an accident, and possibly, potentially, not 100%, but a good 99%, I believe that he might have took a dive. Okay, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section below, and if you've not, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And number 2, from the everyday world, the moon landing. Did that really happen? Really? Did that really happen? I mean, there's a lot of footages, there's a lot of pictures, there's a lot of stats, image, stock image, everything that's saying that it did happen. But then there's lots of proof that's saying that it didn't. There's a lot of proof saying that this image, this film that us the public have seen, is all filmed in Nevada, and when it's being played, it's being played on at the quarter speed, so it seems like the astronaut is bouncing on the moon, and the moon is the desert, which I mean, like the moon, it's a desert, so that's why they choose to film in Nevada. And that thing's that the flag was waving. What's going on, NASA? Did you guys really reach the moon? You can tell me. I'm not telling no one. I'm protected, so no one can read my head. No one can read my mind. So that was a quick thing on my mind. Me personally, you know what? I don't know. I like to keep it open-minded, but all my I heard this from a friend of a cousin, of a sister, of her cousin, of his friend, of his brother's cousin, uncle, cousins, that they did not. And I've seen a few stuff on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't lie. It doesn't happen. You know, the internet does not lie to us. Fake news is real. Okay. So that's my quick thought on that as well. Alright, so number 3, for you anime, Marvel, comic books, DC lover, Monkey D Luffy. Are you really badass, or is it just an attitude? I mean, your power is, okay, if you guys don't know who he is, Monkey D Luffy, he's a character from One Piece, and his power, he's got a bubblegum power. No, well, there's been a translation of bubblegum or rubber, so let's say rubber. Essentially, he is Mr. Fantastic of One Piece, but not as bright. But however, Mr. Fantastic could only stretch his hands and limbs and arms. Luffy, he could use this thing called Haki, H-A-K-I, which is essentially an armor that he could armor himself up, that makes his attack that much stronger, and his defense that much stronger as well. And he's got gear 2, 3, and 4. The gears are essentially his ability to attack his opponent, and he could do this thing called an elephant gun, which is essentially he blow air into a skeleton and armor with Haki. So he's punching he's punching his opponent on an object with essentially like with iron fists, because I that's what Haki is. They never really explain what a Haki is. Okay, but however, there's a lot of flaws. There's a lot of flaws on that. One, his rubber. Okay, you guys, I've been hit by a rubber band, and it hurts. But at the end of the day, it's only rubber. You know, and then after that, it's elasticity. So it stretches, and he keeps using it, and he uses it a lot. The elasticity will just eventually, well, it wears out. It won't retract as fast, right? Oh yeah, and one more thing. He's a devil fruit user, and the devil fruit user, or any devil fruit user, the weaknesses is water. But however, if you get drenched by, let's say, rain, it doesn't really affect you that much. It will weaken you. But if you're submerged in water, you're gonna use your power. Okay, so you must be consumed by a certain amount of water. Like rainfall versus the ocean if you fall into the ocean, you're permanently screwed. But if you get hit by rain as you're walking, not really, you know. And the reason why I brought this up is that One Piece is taking place in a world where it's all water, and he's a pirate. So you are around your weakest substance at all time because you're a pirate. Really? Okay. And that means that he's scared 2, he's scared 3. One of his attacks that he bit down on his thumb, and he blow air in it into his bones and expands his skeletal structure. The bones is not solid. There's lots of holes in it. You cannot blow air in there, and if you can, the air won't stay inside your bone. They will just escape. There's another thing. And did I mention that his power is rubber? I don't know how he became the captain. I don't know how he became such a badass character. Because if I was him and my power was rubber and his power was stretch, I'd be like, what the fuck am I doing here? On the other hand, there's this guy named Zoro. He's a freaking badass. He walks around with like 6 freaking swords. Well, not 6, but 4. But still, that guy's a badass. Okay, guys. So that's my quick thought on this. Nate Diaz possibly took a dive. The moon landing. It might have happened. And I'm gonna get D Luffy. What the heck, man? Your power was rubber. How come you're such a badass? I don't understand. But if you guys do, tell me in the comment section below. And if you have not, please comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for listening, and I will talk to you soon. And stay protected. They're watching you.